Ladies and gentlemen, in the battle between law and grace, between legalism and liberty, between religion and relationship, grace wins.
Once I heard a street minister witnessing. He asked a man who was walking by, "Excuse me, sir, have you ever lied?" The man said yes. Then the preacher said, "Well, have you ever stolen anything?" The man said yes again. "Have you committed adultery?" The man hesitated, but before he could answer, the street preacher continued, "Keep in mind that Jesus said if you even looked at a woman with lust in your heart, you're guilty of adultery." The man was forced to answer in the affirmative to every question. And the minister continued, "So what does that make you? By your own admission, you're a lying, adulterous thief." Now this script produced condemnation, but it did not lead to salvation. Salvation does not come by the law. It comes through mercy and truth. Proverbs 16 verse 6 says, "In mercy and truth atonement is provided for iniquity, and by the fear of the Lord one departs from evil." You do not have to bash people over the head with the fact that they're on their way to hell. Intuitively, people already know that they're sinners. When Adam sinned, he ran to hide from God without God ever saying anything about the forbidden fruit. The threat of God's judgment can make people feel guilty and may even frighten people into good behavior, but it does not change the heart or free people from sin. When Jesus is preached, salvation results. Preaching about Jesus makes people want to know God. Romans 2:4 proclaims, "The goodness of God leads you to repentance." God uses grace to lead people to repentance. Preaching grace is preaching the power of God unto salvation. So, if it is the goodness of God that leads men to repentance, why do so many preachers preach condemnation, law, and judgment? The 10 Commandments that were written and engraved on stone are called a ministry of death and a ministry of condemnation in 2 Corinthians 3, 7 through 9. When ministers preach the law, they are doing the worst kind of ministry possible, a ministry of death and condemnation. So instead of preaching the law, I think we should preach about the goodness of God. Don't tell people how bad they are. Instead, tell them about how good God is.